Police emergency, how may I help you?
We've got a shark attack at Wiley Bay Beach in Esperance. Past Wiley's Head. Kelbed's Beach is called.
In Esperance?
In Esperance, yeah, guy's lost both his arms, got bitten by a shark.
We received a call, an early call from St John Ambulance providing some information about a potential shark bite attack in Esperance. At that point we reviewed what we were doing for the day and placed what we call our D10 crew, our next available crew, on standby and had them come in.
So Andy Philander was the doctor on, and he'd organised for what we call a massive transfusion pack to come out from the blood bank that has lots of different types of blood products.
I've made my way into work thinking, gosh, I wonder what's happened. All the different things that could possibly go wrong are going through your mind, and you get to work 10 minutes later and all of the processes start happening, police rushing in blood, and you're getting a brief on what information that you have, you know, and once you realise that it is all happening, you're on the plane and you're heading out, often before you have a full understanding of the clinical situation.
So we got the team together. Aircraft was ready in about 35 minutes, and we found ourselves heading off to Esperance. When we arrived at Esperance, it was evident as I was taxiing in that it was more than just a small shark attack. It was quite significant. There were a large number of people with cameras, media. It sort of probably dawned on me at that stage just how important our role was going to be in the retrieval of Sean.
When I disembarked the plane with Fiona and we had our first contact with Sean in the back of the ambulance at the transfer facility in Esperance, I was absolutely shocked. Even though he was in a really well presented state in terms of what you can see in the job, the sheer force required to take the arms off a big bloke, which he was, it was obvious, it was just phenomenal, and you're really confronted by the force of nature in front of you. It's really something else. You can't help but feel overwhelmed by what it is that you're seeing, which is a guy missing significant parts of his arms, and that doesn't happen every day.
We get to see a lot of accidents and serious injuries to people, but I think what stood out to me about this case was that he was such a young guy, not doing anything wrong. He wasn't being a hoon, he wasn't drunk, he was just enjoying his hobby of surfing, and out of the blue this happened to him. And for me his whole life changed in that minutes that it took for those sharks to attack him. He wasn't going to be able to do his same job again. He wasn't going to be able to live the life that he'd anticipated that he would have lived.
Sean is rushed to Esperance Hospital, where he receives multiple life-saving infusions of blood and plasma. He's stabilised, but he needs to be flown the 700 kilometres to Perth by the Royal Flying Doctor Service for immediate surgery on his severed arms and lacerated legs. There are highs and lows in Sean's recovery, but this is a young man who now focuses on what he has, not what he's lost.
Sean was a good outcome for the RFDS team. There was a lot of people involved in the transfer, starting from the cohorts who took the first call and had that heads up, which enabled us to get the blood products that we needed.
Individually you may say that, well, what you've done is great, but it takes a whole team. So it's a holistic approach to ensuring that we achieve the best outcome for that patient.
There are parts of the organisation that aren't seen, but are absolutely crucial.
Whether it be a pilot, a nurse, a doctor, somebody answering the telephone on the front desk, they actually have a sense of pride in the job they're doing, and they're very proud to to say to their friends, I work for the Royal Flying Doctor.
The RFDS will always be an important part of being a Western Australian, because Western Australia is a huge state and people love enjoying all parts of this huge state. My long-term hopes for the RFDS is a sustainable service that provides the best care.
I would hope for a service that is as robust as it is today, and I would hope for a service that remembers the reason why we do our job, and that's for the people of WA to get them to services that they don't have in their local areas.
I think the service will change in many ways over the years. We'll have faster aircraft, we'll have, they might change the colour of the aircraft, but it's still got that basic soul of the company, and the organisation is there. And that's why I like it so much, and that's why I'm so proud to work here.